I want to have this opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas. It is now after Thanksgiving. I'm in day 184 since I had my transplant. And the doctor called me yesterday and wanted to give me an update on what he had found as a result of my CT scan as well as my blood work. Whenever the doctor calls early, because I was supposed to go today, as I did, to get the details, you wonder, what's up? But he had called yesterday simply to tell me that my cancer is completely missing, meaning I am now cancer-free. And that's the first time we could say that with certainty. Since the time of my transplant, I haven't had any treatment for cancer for 6 months now. My transplant took place on June 11, and so I've been cancer-free for 6 months, and it looks like the transplant has worked remarkably well. I do have some side effects from all the chemo and all the treatments that I've taken. The side effects include neuropathy in my feet, so when I walk, it sort of feels as though I'm walking on gravel, sort of a tingly, prickly feeling in my feet, but it's a small price to pay, and that will likely go away as well. I'm certainly praying every day that it will, but in the meantime, as I said, it's not a terribly big deal for me to deal with. I have a few other symptoms. I have to have a little operation on my eye, which I'm going to do in about 15, 20 minutes, at least leave for that operation, try to be back in time for the Bible Answer broadcast. So I'll have sort of a black-looking eye for a couple of days, but again, that'll go away in a very quick period of time as well. So I went to the doctor today and I got the details. So everything within the testing sphere has indicated that the mantle cell lymphoma is no longer detectable. The places where the tumors were, they're just normal size lymph nodes that a regular healthy person would have. So again, every indication has been a very positive indication. There hasn't been a single setback since the transplant. So I wanted to let you know and thank you for your prayers. Also wanted to give you a little bit of a ministry update. As you might imagine, being out of the office, being in the hospital for a long time this year, had a pretty significant impact on our finances. And as a result of that, we are now in a situation where we have payables of a couple of $100,000, maybe a little less now because I've talked to some people who have made some donations. So we're catching up on that a little bit, but we're still behind somewhere in the $175,000 to $200,000 orbit. And so we certainly are praying that God's people, those people that have some of the Lord's resources that they can invest in this ministry, would consider doing so before the end of the year. If you're one of those people and you have some of the Lord's resources that you could invest in the ministry of the Christian Research Institute, would be deeply appreciated, used for God's glory and for the extension of His kingdom. We are aggressively moving ahead in ministry and so excited about some of the breakthroughs we've made in terms of producing videos, in terms of our YouTube channel. The overall impact of the ministry continues to be tremendous. The kinds of testimonies that come into this ministry are quite humbling, to be sure. So that's sort of a short update on my health as well as the status of the ministry. If you would continue to pray in both of those areas, the statistics are still the same. It's a 50-50 chance of relapse, but of course, with every 6 months that goes by, I've crossed the first 6-month threshold. The odds of not relapsing grow greater and greater. And I haven't had any negative setbacks, which is a very, very good sign as well. So it looks like the transplant has been completely successful, and I am deeply grateful for your thoughts, your prayers, and your support of the ministry of the Christian Research Institute, the Bible Answer Man broadcast, the Hank Unplugged podcast, and our 24/7 outreaches around the world, not the least of which is the impact of equip.org. We also have a double issue of the Christian Research Journal coming out. We got behind with the journal as well, and this double issue will catch us up, but it is an absolutely phenomenal display of the Christian Research Journal, probably the best ever. So if you have not subscribed, you can do that in a safe, secure fashion on the web at equip.org. Of course, you can give in a safe, secure fashion on the web at equip.org as well. So thank you so much for your prayers and your support. I look forward to talking to you again in the very near future with another Bible Answer Man Facebook page post. So long for now.